All right. Now that I've lost all the female listeners, let's talk about something here that absolutely fucking enrages me, as opposed to everything else that keeps me so nice and fucking calm. Somebody sent me a story. This is unfucking believable. Some guy goes to jail, all right, for rape. Listen to this. A man who spent 25 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. All right, he went to jail for the rape of some woman, and in 2008, after DNA proved he could not have been the attacker, he was awarded $4 million compensation. That's what he got, $4 million for, and sex offenders get treated the worst in prison. All right, so that guy, let's just say he was just some regular dude. He's like a fucking, construction worker. Maybe he took a couple of karate classes, whatever. Now he's in fucking Thunderdome. People want to beat him down. Somebody's going to try to rape him or something. We've all seen Shawshank Redemption. This is what this guy went through for 25 fucking years, and he didn't even do it. Didn't even fucking do it. So they give the guy $4 million. You know something? Those piece of shit banker motherfuckers are going to come in and tax him and hit him for half of that. That should be tax fucking free. But here's where it gets worse. All right? The guy faces a court battle to keep hold of the money he was awarded for his wrongful conviction, because now his ex-wife, who divorced him 3 years into his life sentence, has taken him to court in a bid to get a share of the $4 million compensation. She claims he owes her the money that she would have been entitled to had they divorced and shared their assets. Can you fucking believe this shit? This guy went to jail for the worst fucking crime. All right, one of them. It's got to be up there if you want to fucking argue about it, right? He didn't even do it. He's sitting there going, honey, I didn't do this. You got to stick by my side. She hangs in there for 3 years. Go fuck yourself. I'm out of here. What do you think she's been doing for the last fucking 22 years? As far as I can tell, besides not working on a career, she's been out there sucking a whole bunch of other dicks. That's what she's been doing. So now it turns out that this motherfucker didn't do it. Okay, and she's stuck by his fucking side. Stuck by his fucking side. This right here is a Hollywood movie. But she fucking left. All right? She left until her stankin' puss smelt all that fucking money. All right? And this is what I want to know. Why isn't this fucking show on The View right now? On one of those shows with all the ladies. Why isn't it on those shows? Why do they constantly show only guys doing shit to women? I get it. Some fucking psycho throws acid on his ex-girlfriend. You got to expose that guy. You got to teach people about that shit. But how about a little bit of fair and balanced reporting? You think they're going to go after this fucking thing? You think if those fucking whores saw this story in the green room, you think they'd be like, oh, you know what, maybe we should talk about this? They're never talking about shit like this. All they do is talk about when bad shit happens to women. And if I, like this shit here that I'm talking about would come off as fucking misogynistic. Hatred towards women. It's unreal. Well, you're taking this isolated incident and then no, I'm not. This isn't an isolated incident. Sugar Shane Mosley's getting a divorce. One of the greatest boxers of all time. His ex-wife not only taking his fucking money, all right? She wants the championship belts too, and she was awarded them. This kind of shit happens all the fucking time. Unfucking believable. Can you find? And I'll tell you what the funny thing is. She's going to get some money. She'll get money out of it. The same way you hold the door for them, they don't pay for their fucking drinks. They turn around and get hammered, throw a drink in your face, and then the bouncer puts you in a chokehold, drags you out, and then you go to court for disturbing the fucking peace. And what the fuck does she do? She's in there feeling justified, wondering if she has a lawsuit against you because she dislocated her elbow when she threw a beer bottle at your fucking head. Unfucking believable. I swear to God, if I could do life over again, I would be a judge. You know? And I would have a whole briefcase full of hammers because by the end of the day, I would throw them at so many of these cunts' fucking heads. Oh, Jesus Christ. I couldn't. Then I would just be, he hates women. I would be disbarred within 2 seconds. Oh, I would love to be a judge. Lady, you might be the most... If I could throw someone in prison for being an absolutely reprehensible, incurable, fucking money-grubbing whore, it would be you. But I can't. The law does not allow me. So why don't you do me a favor? In a room full of perverts and scumbags, you are the worst. So get out of my fucking courtroom and make it a little cleaner. You fucking piece of shit. I don't know. This isn't even funny anymore. That's just absolutely fucking ridiculous. And what's even more ridiculous is the lack of national exposure a story like that's going to get. So you know what? So let's keep a tally, shall we? We'll start with the Sugar Shane Mosley. Something, he's going through a divorce. She also has to get the fucking championship belts. You know, why? Because they match her fucking shoes? Or because it's a vindictive move and she's trying to break a man? You know? We'll go with, like, the lighter ones. Kobe Bryant's getting a divorce. Okay? He's worth $380 million. That means his fucking wife is going to get $190 million. Probably can't hit a layup on a fucking Nerf hoop set. You know? And a bunch of broads will be like, yeah, she's entitled to it. She supported him. Unfucking believable. Just robbing these guys fucking blind. What about that goddamn yellow diamond he bought her? Why don't you go take that down to a pawn shop and live off that for the rest of your fucking life? All right there, ringless. Unfucking believable. How many more men are going to get sliced in half with these fucking... It's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable, and they don't do any stories about it. And when you bring it up, well, we shouldn't have married her. Yeah, she should have ducked. What if I said that, right? Then I'm a fucking asshole? Oh, Bill, where did the Christmas go? What happened to the holidays? Georgia?
I met these two chicks at the comedy club there, and I'm shooting the shit with them, and I say, so what do you guys do? And they said, we're gold diggers. And I was like, what?
What, seriously?
Straight up, they go, gold diggers. So at that point, it just all went out the window for me. Now I just become like Dick Cavett. I just start interviewing them. I go, how do you gold dig in fucking Cleveland? I go, there's nothing here. Where do you go? And they just go, steakhouses. And it just all made sense. Those old fucking guys who just focused on their career and they're trading in. They just go in there, and they had the whole system worked out where you go in pairs, and then they always want to take them to a Cavaliers game. So you don't go in their car. You drive your own car there. Never drink a drink that you or your friend didn't see him make. And you basically then you get to that level, you're courtside, and then you try to make eyes with the fucking Cavalier guy, and then you fucking ditch them and try to go to that fucking after party.
Wow.
Fucking riveting. I was going to try to get in my podcast. I lost that goddamn number. I sat there, dude, like for 45 minutes, jaw on the ground. I don't know why. They were just straight up 100% honest, and it was just...
And this is why you were on stage.
No. This is, afterwards, a little bar there.
Listening to the sluts
I was baffled. I thought you
I'm
were
sorry.
talking to them in the audience.
No, I said at the bar.
Oh.
I felt like
I missed
Spider there in
that part.
Goodfellas. I said I was at the bar.
Holy shit, that's hilarious. Why would they just tell you like that?
I don't know, but it was awesome.
They were proud.
We were in Vegas once, and there was this girl. It was me and all these jiu-jitsu guys, and they were all like, the girl was like pretty hot, and she was by herself. And I slowly asked around. I was like, is she with him? No. Is she with him? No. How did she get here? I go, that girl just walked up and started talking to everybody. And he goes, yeah. I go, oh, okay. And then she asked me something, and I go, how much do you charge? And she goes, depends on what you want. And all the guys, like, they stopped, and everybody's jaw dropped, and shit got real. It was like, whoa. Like, I just called her. I go, how much do you charge? And she just stopped. She's like, what are you guys talking about? And I was like, whoa. And none of them knew. None of them had any idea.
She was probably thinking for the half hour, when are these fucking idiots going to realize?
No one knew. They were all joking around with her. She was feeling their biceps, and they were talking, what's your favorite position? Shit got crazy quick.
Dude, I remember one time I was in Vegas, right? And I was doing the improv, and at the end of the show, there was this, just not even beyond a cougar. What do they call them? Saber-tooth? Like, this chick was like in her 50s, tanned, all wrinkled up. So she
Saber-tooth.
Yeah, so she fucking shows up, and it's me and this other guy. I don't name names, but he was like older.
Tell me what his name is. I'll name.
I don't even fucking remember his name on purpose, right? So we're standing there. And she's talking to him, he's talking to me, blah, blah, blah. And she finally goes, hey, you want to hang out? So we're like, yeah, let's fucking hang out. So we end up going to O'Shea's, which is like, you can play like nickel craps. It's like the biggest fucking white trash place I've ever been to in my life. So we're fucking talking to this girl for 45 minutes. It's getting boring. So finally she goes to the bathroom, and the older comic looks at me. He goes, Jesus Christ, you going to fucking make a move on this broad or what? I go, me? I thought you were into her. And he goes, no. And we just like silence. He goes, you want to get out of here? I go, yeah. We just turned around. We left like fucking school kids. I couldn't even feel my legs. I was laughing so hard as we left there. And I actually now have an unbelievable amount of guilt that we left her in the sorriest fucking casino, clearly saying I will blow either one of you, and that wasn't enough. Like, she just literally, her pussy bottomed out. Like, that was it. That was the over. It just closed up.
That's a solid hit to the self-esteem.
It's like when one of those legendary diners finally goes out of business and everybody gets sad, goes down there for one last corned beef sandwich before they turn it into a Best Buy. No? Whatever.
Yeah.
I tried to put a button on it. They're not all gems.
Star Diner, White Plains, New York. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been making corned beef sandwiches for 6 years.
Wasn't ready, didn't look for something new. Was out with my friends the night that I met you. You looked so handsome, thought you were someone's boo. That was until you showed me that you wanted me to. Ooh.
Oh, by the way, can we talk about that lady? The fucking lady! There's a woman out there. She fucking was married to a guy who was a billionaire. She's getting a divorce. The guy wrote her a check just under $1 billion, and she turned it down. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking. What a fucking gold-digging whore. This is right up Bill's alley. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to tweet a fucking link to this article, and this will get him going on the podcast, and then he'll have a shit fit, and I'll laugh as I'm sitting in my cubicle. Well, surprise, surprise. I'm not really having a shit fit about this because I don't think it's about the money. This is the deal. This broad, all right, this fucking twinkle toes here, all right, old little fucking sugar tits here. She married this guy. This guy was worth $50 million. He was an oil man. Get off my fucking property. There ain't no global warming. Good. I like that there's a hole in the ozone layer. Makes me feel like I'm closer to God. Right? He's an oil man. Hey, I'll tell you what, Mr. President. I don't even know why I have to call you Mr. President. I fucking put you in office with my goddamn money. Look at me when I'm talking to you, Obama. All right? My granddaddy put that dictator in fucking power. And he was supposed to give us our little gold little shit there, right? He's supposed to give us our liquid gold, right? He ain't doing it no more. You got to go over there. You got to take that fucker out. You understand me? I don't give a fuck how you do it. He's an oil man. It's a fucking oil man. All right? He's got Slim Whitman on Laserdisc. Right? Oh, that's Irish. What was the fucking Slim Whitman? He sold over 9 million records. Anyways, I'm all over the fucking map here. See? I'm back to me. I'm not looking at the TV anymore. So this fucking guy, he's got a $50 million business. He already has this, and this woman does not sign he doesn't sign a prenup with the woman. According to her, she didn't take the $1 billion payout because now 26, 27, 28 fucking years later, they're going for a divorce. This guy's company is worth $20 billion, according to her. All right?
Now, here's the thing. She's like, I was with this guy, and I supported him, and I held down the fucking home front and all that. That's got to be worth something. This was fucking crazy to me. It's like, with all due respect, sweetheart, this guy made $50 million without you. Okay? Look, I could see if the guy had a couple $100,000 in the bank. All right, maybe, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? If you make $50 million, give me a fucking break. If you started out with nothing and you're worth $50 million, you know what you're doing. At that point, once you have $50 million, that's when you got your own, you're starting to have your own plane. You're in a gated community. You got your own security system. You fucking kill somebody and the cops go down to your house and they're talking to your lawyer in the driveway as you're sitting there eating fucking escargot and an English muffin. And they're asking your fucking lawyer if you wouldn't mind turning yourself in over the next 6-7 days. You're like that level fucking rich. And once you're that level rich, it's all fucking downhill. You're meeting the people that are running the world. You're meeting the people in the Bilderberg group. You meet the people in the other groups that I don't know about or what the fuck they talk about, but I pretend like I do. You're at that level of fucking wealth. All right? So this fucking guy grows it to $20 billion, and she gets a check for $1 billion, basically. And she says she doesn't want it. She wants more. So everybody's saying that she's a gold-digging whore. You know what I really think it is? And she's saying that she supported him and helped him build. Say, go fuck yourself. All right? Let's just say, for whatever fucking reason, I met an unknown Lady Gaga in the East Village 10, 12 fucking years ago. Right? And she's down there ripping off Madonna songs or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? There's something about her, though. She's got nice legs. She's got a nice ass. I mean, I like the imperfections. I like that giant nose. Look at me. I got red fucking hair. It's falling out. I think we can make a good couple. We're both a mess. 2 negatives make a positive. We'll make a beautiful baby. So I start fucking hanging out with her. Next thing you know, we fall in love. Garrett Blood! Go, motherfucker! So then we think, all right. We get married. Okay? And let's just say whatever I'm doing. I make keys. That's what I do. That's my job. Okay? And she's out down there. She's down in the village, and she's fucking, she's making her own meat dress. She's going out, she's making money in a coffee house, and she goes right to the deli and she buys more meat. She's investing in herself. She's building her career. She's playing the fucking piano. She's coming home, and she's like, what do you think of this? And I'm like, it sounds good, honey. Right? I'm over there. I'm knitting a fucking sweater. I got a pot roast in the goddamn oven or whatever. Okay? And then she becomes Lady Gaga. I get to quit my fucking job. I'm Mr. Gaga. I get to go on Oprah and sit there silently, as Oprah talks to Lady for fucking an hour, and then finally she says, well, what do you see at her? And then I already have some pre-written speech about how I'm Gaga about Gaga. I'm Gaga for Gaga, whatever the fuck happens, right? And let's just say in the end of all of that, I'm walking down the fucking hall blinded by her gold records, platinum records and all that shit. Every morning when I go to brush my teeth, I gotta put on my Amber Visions just to get there so I don't fucking walk into the walk-in closet instead of the bathroom. Let's say at the end of that, she gets sick of me and she kicks me to the fucking curb. All right? And let's say she's worth $100 million and she turns around and says, I'm going to give you, Bill, I'm going to write you a check. Let's do the same thing. Let's say $20 billion. Just say she's worth $20 million. And she says, Bill, I'm going to give you $1 million. And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, thank you, Lady Gaga. It was awesome. I was just making keys. I wasn't going to make $1 million in my lifetime. All right? I'm going to take this money, and I'm going to pay my taxes on it. I'm going to get myself a little fucking house, and I'm going to make keys in the back of it. I'm going to get my life back, and I'm going to God knows you gave me plenty of fuck. And I would buy, you know what I would do with that? I would go buy a fuck. Everybody needs keys. Touchdown, Patriots! Who the fuck was that? Who just scored that? Nate Solder just scored his first touchdown ever. Nice, 23-7. Oh, did we match up better against the Packers? So anyway, look at 2 cheaters talking there on the sidelines. 2 convicted cheaters. That was a nice play. How did you like the video? I love the video. Anyways, you got to have a sense of humor about your own fucking team, don't you? Most people don't, but I do. Anyways, so let's go back here. Yeah, if she gave me $1 million, what I would do is I would find a house that cost like, I don't know, like $150,000, you know, and I would put down a ridiculous amount of money on it. And then I'd put the rest of the money away and I would start cutting keys again out of the back of my house. And I'd get that business going and I would fucking build it up. And then I'd go on to, instead of farmersonly.com, I'd go on like keymakersonly.com and I'd try to meet somebody else. That's what the fuck I would do. I would never try to take her money. I'd be like, you know what? I know I gave you support. I know I said that was a beautiful song. I know you wrote a couple songs about us. Instead of Dear Ben, you wrote Dear Bill. I get it. But I can't sing. I can't play a fucking piano. Who's kidding who? We both know why I lived the life I lived for the last 10 years. It was because of you, Lady Gaga. And to think I got to live that life and in the end of it, you're going to give me $1 million to leave? Yeah, you're a fucking saint. I still love you, Lady Gaga, even though you don't love me anymore. I get it. I don't even know why you love me in the first place, but God bless you. That's probably why you write such wonderful songs that connects with an entire demographic of people. Continued success. Thank you for that $1 million. And I would fucking leave. Right? I got too much fucking pride to sit there if somebody doesn't fucking want me to then try to take everything they got. I mean, just, I couldn't the second somebody doesn't want me around, I'm like, all right, Jesus, I didn't know I was annoying you. I get it. Sorry. Can I grab my things now? Do you want me to send somebody else? I would just get the fuck out of there. So anyway, so that seems to be, you know, this lady here that she got $1 billion, and she says it's not enough. What I honestly think it is, I just think it's an emotional thing for this woman. I don't think it's a money thing. Because you can't spend that. You can't spend all that fucking money. Right? Did you guys, they actually showed a copy of the check that this dude wrote to his ex-wife. He didn't write it on one of those business checks, you know, that are sort of extra long and the whole extra area, the memo section that you write stuff. He wrote it on like a personal little check. Like the same kind of check, like, you know, somebody living week to week, one of those little checkbooks. He wrote a check for like $989,899,000.31, whatever the fuck it was. And I think what he did was, this guy's obvious, I don't know what the fuck, maybe he's just good at business. I think he just sat down after they decided on the number, and I bet he did it right in front of her. After 26 fucking years, okay, he's walking away. He's leaving, and he just sits down, and he's just writing money just to make her leave. And he just sits down and goes scribble, 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 sign, 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 dot the I, cross the fucking T, tears it out. Here you go. Beat it, lady. I just think it came across like that, and it fucking pisses her off. And she's just like, this is the thing, the worst thing you can have when a woman's breaking up with you, or if you're breaking up with a woman, is if she's not over you. If she's over you, it's going to go smoothly. You don't have to deal with her fucking, you know, putting your pet rabbit in a goddamn stew. All right? But if they're not over you, you got to fucking let them down easy. You can't just push them down the emotional elevator shaft. All right? You're going to have a major fucking problem. And I think this guy, he just fucking fired off the check like he was paying another bill. And she just was insulted by that. And she's doing the math in her head like, you know, this motherfucker's going to... I actually talked a little bit about this on the Chris Layton podcast, so forgive me if there's a little bit of overlap, but I just wanted to hear what he thought about it. I think that... I don't know. I just think that they want you... They want you to hurt. They just want you to hurt. I don't know what it is. Not all of them, just some of them. And I think that she didn't get enough of a satisfied, hurt look on this guy's face. There wasn't enough pain. I think he just treated her like he had to get the gutters fixed and had some professional come over and did it, and he just fired off this fucking check, and it just pissed her off. You know, because she's more than taken care of for the rest of her fucking life. Anything she could ever want, it's all good. But I think the fact that he still has so much more money and it didn't hurt him to write that check, and she knows that he has enough money to get, like, you know, I mean, you got $20 billion. There's like a Victoria's Secret model that will pretend to give a fuck about you for a good year and a half. And you can do that for the rest of your life as you ride around in Ferraris. Now, she's a woman. Guys don't work that way. We don't really give a shit about money. You know, we're more like enamored by looks. You know, it's both of our fucking weaknesses, whatever. You guys are into stuff. We're into fucking, tits and ass. So, which is why, you know, we will date somebody as dumb as a fucking rock, and you will also date some ugly old balding douche, you know?